guys, we're here in Hoboken, New Jersey for the first of a two-part special celebrating Italian-American Heritage Month on the Thrift Store Rundown's Fork On The Roadshow, tasting Italian America on a budget. The first part we're going to keep simple, and the second part is going to be a little more elaborate. Either way, we're going to manta Mercy's Tursies off. First up, a couple of slices of pizza. And for any young picky eaters out there who just can't get to eat a green or a veggie in their life, this could very well be the last straw. Or the last slice. Straight ahead. Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Time to stop and smell not really the roses, but the pizza in a place that I call the Brooklyn of the Garden State. Because really Hoboken is the closest you'll get to Brooklyn, or maybe Staten Island in this case. Maybe a little bit of both, I don't know. But what I do know is that I had to pay homage to this the right way. Staten, Italy. Nothing but the best Italian-American classics from our block to yours. The block that co-founders of Artichoke Basille Pizza, Francis Garcia and Sal Basille, grew up on. They co-authored this book with Rachel Holzman. I picked it up for $7.99 back home in Patterson from Red Fire Blue Thrift Store. What might be a slight deterrent from me reviewing this, and a major propellant, are these two good-looking, extra cheesed up slices of the regular cheese pizzas. Oh yeah, they look mighty good, huh? And they do it a bit differently, but still, that definitely looks like home. But before I tuck into those, we gotta tuck into this first. Retail prices, $28 in the US, $31 in Canada. Offering delicious company Italian-American food with a few laughs thrown in. The Artichoke Pizza Guys and stars of the Cookie Channel's Pizza Masters. Traveling across the country to find the best pizza in the land. So they acknowledge that they have some competition. Then again, pizza is nearly all that they do here in Artichoke Basille. Look at the menu there. Artichoke, crab, Staten Island beef special, meatball, pepperoni, vodka, Sicilia, Sicilian square margarita, pepperoni Sicilian, Basille's cheese, that's all I got. And yes, they do have garlic knots, breadsticks, meatballs, and a couple of rolls, but pizza by and large is their main specialty. And for good reason. But this has a little bit of everything as you'll see now. We first start with Moonstruck eggs, and this will serve 1 to 2, inspired by the Academy Award-winning film, Moonstruck. Yep, Sarah's Oscar-winning turn. This is reminiscent of a scene that will definitely stay in their heads and any foodie's head forever. I love when you combine foodie fandom with cinematic treasures. And for that reason alone, this definitely deserves to kick off the review. Next up is a meatball and peppers hero, and I'll make 2 heaping heroes for you and a pal. Now this was inspired by a restaurant they also had called Chubby Mary's. It was a restaurant owned by one of their uncles. I wonder if Chubby Mary's still exists, and maybe you can find one in Jersey. Who knows? For the record, there are 3 Artichoke Basille's pizza locations in Jersey. There's one here and one in Jersey City and another one somewhere else. You can check the locations in the link below. Next up we have cauliflower fritters at LMH 6. This is actually what got them on the map. Not pizza, but these fritters first. It was just fritters with some leftover scraps they had and a few fridge and pantry binders, and they had a bestseller on their hands. They wouldn't give up the recipe for anyone until they made it big, and they made it big. So they give you the recipe in here. plus variations for escargot and artichoke fritters. Of course, they had to have them on the menu. Next up, we have Uncle Pudgy's chicken. That would be chicken with breadcrumbs, and that will serve 4 to 6. Believe it or not, this is actually an oven-fried chicken recipe. Maybe that's why it's in a chapter such as recipes on the lighter side. This is a specialty of Uncle Pudgy because he wanted to keep it cheap because he was at the time an amateur fighter who almost every time got his behind beat. Maybe he needs to lay off the chicken. This is one of the pizzas to put them on the map. In fact, there's a whole chapter all about pizzas. This is their Sicilian. And that will serve 4, and we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 8 slices. 2 are spoken for, meaning devoured. Recipes continued on the next page. And you've probably seen the oven here in the Hoboken location. These two seem like a couple of wise guys. In fact, their personalities definitely shine through in this book, and the stories that they tell, and the directions for some of the recipes, but they're not really asshats, if you know what I mean. They're well-meaning guys who are kind of sly and stocky, like me. So, there's a lot of personality in here too, besides the recipes. We also have baked ziti with ricotta, and that'll serve 4 to 6. It is Italian American Heritage Month. I know better than to highlight an Italian American cookbook of any kind without doing a pasta dish of some sort. And baked ziti with ricotta, well, that should be where it's at. We also have here shrimp done 2 ways. Shrimp marinara and shrimp milanese. Either way you slice it, it ought to be delicioso. We also have here Sunday gravy with guacchio, and that'll serve 8. Again, it would be nearly a crime to highlight an Italian American cookbook and Italian American Heritage Month without doing a signature Sunday gravy. This and baked ziti, maybe lasagna, or maybe, forget that, mandatory. But not for this review, cornerstones of Italian American cooking. And finally, cannoli. And that will make 8 cannoli, even without a photograph here. This recipe definitely sounds tempting though. What photography there is plentiful and delicioso on that front too. Oh, there's also a chapter here on sauces alone, but that's only just a few sauces. So for me, it's not really worth highlighting, but it is worth adding to whatever homemade pizza you can make. And as for the food chapters themselves, sorry I forgot to highlight them to begin with, but they're divided up into the following. After you get out the right equipment for the job and the right fridge and pantry staples, we have here breakfast, sandwiches, appetizer, side dishes and in-betweens, recipes on the lighter side, pizza, which is definitely what they do, sausage and gravy, sweet night suppers, recipes from the ocean for holidays and weekends, and desserts. In all, 11 chapters in here. And pretty darn good photography. It's from Grand Central Life and Style. I was tempted to go to the original Artichoke Basille's Pizza, but there are so many locations in New York City. If you didn't ask him, it would be hard to tell which is the original and which isn't. But what's easy to tell is the celebrity clientele that they have, such as David Chang, Keith Richards, Leo DiCaprio, Drew Barrymore, and Martin Scorsese. They're all fans. Also a fan, Danielle Monero of Ellis Duran in the Morning Show on iHeartRadio, Z100 around these parts. Quentin Bacon was in charge of the delicious recipe photography in here, and he did another banged up job. Man, oh man, these slices making me salivate. So simple yet so delicious. By the way, if I get any content ID matches because of the hit parade they have going on over the loudspeakers, it ain't my fault. This, however, will earn the entire pie, and that's the max of 5 out of 5 claps. At this artichoke pizza, I may not be able to ask for Fran or Sal, but at this place I know I'll be asking for seconds. And if you want a second look at the cookbook, either rewatch this video or better yet, hunt the cookbook down and bring a little piece of sanity to you. Capiche? That's it. Stay tuned and stay hungry. I got a real good one for you next week from New York City. Thanks for watching. Man, those slices look good. Maybe next time I'll try their artichoke pizza. I mean, this place didn't get the name for nothing. As you got some picky eaters out there who won't eat artichokes to save their own skin, this is your delicious last resort. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bleeding Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.